Hey guys, it's Lauren. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today, I'm going to talk about some wintertime essentials, a few different switch ups, focusing on just like favorites, some things that have been helping me during the season. I know I'm in LA, so my experience of winter is, well, not very wintry, but nonetheless, I still have been making some changes in regards to this time of year. So I'm going to just hop right into it. I'm gonna start off talking about skincare, and more specifically in skincare, I'm gonna talk about hydration. I definitely am finding myself reaching for more hydrating products across the spectrum of products that I use. The first one I'm gonna mention are cleansing balms. Whether it is a first cleanse, a second cleanse, or a morning cleanse, I have been reaching for more cleansing balms and things that are very like nurturing and hydrating, and two that I have been really enjoying. This one is the Binu, I believe that's how you say it. They're mainly like a soap company, and they make these really cool looking soaps, but this item I have from them is their cleansing balm, and it's made with camellia oil, a little bit of rose clay, as well as hibiscus. Now the rose clay, you're gonna think that it's probably going to be not very hydrating, feel a little dry, but it is very hydrating. It smells absolutely lovely. It has a fantastic texture that you can like, it looks like it's a little bit bumpy or granular, but I tell you it's not. And I like to put it on and like let it sit, just like the other cleansing balm I'm gonna show you, and just kind of like sink in, hydrate the skin, do a nice massage with it, and then remove it either with some like warm water or a gentle cloth or something like that. And it has just a very beautiful, like uplifting floral scent, but not like granny floral. And then the other one I think I've mentioned here and there a few different times, and that is the Jordan Samuel After Show Balm Cleanser. I also like the Pile, which has a new name that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's right there now. I've also been enjoying that guy quite a bit because it's rather hydrating, and I like using it these days to take off my makeup. But this guy I'm going to talk about right now, this is the After Show Balm Cleanser. This is very gentle, does a decent job taking off makeup, but I remember him talking about in one of his talks is it was developed to be like very gentle with actives, which is something that I'll get into that I've been very focusing on lately, especially retinol. But this guy, you know, it's made with olive oil, it's got squalane in it, I think it has jojoba, sunflower seed wax, yeah, cucumber, so it's very calming, very soothing. It has a really beautiful texture. Like if you've ever gotten like spun honey, like, or like honey butter, or just the type of more solid honey, that is what this looks like, and it smells really good. It has a really fresh, nice cucumber scent, but not a synthetic one, just like a nice spa cucumber scent. So these two guys have been some wonderful hydrators. First up, so next up in the hydration front are a few different guys that I like to layer, whether it is just like on top of itself in tiny layers that I layer, or if I make like a little cocktail in the palm of my hand and I mix a few different things together and then work it onto my skin. So I have a few, as you can see, that I wanted to mention. I'll start with this one. This is the Labo Gokujyn lotion, the hyaluronic acid lotion. Total YouTube staple. Renee got me into this, as she's gotten me into a lot of products because she's just such an awesome channel. But this is very plumping, very hydrating. If I'm having like annoyed, very like wind burnt skin, which I'm not getting in LA, but I totally got when I went home to Washington, where it was very cold and very dry, but this helps with that sort of healing process. It's great just doing a tiny layer on its own, mixing with other stuff, or just like patting a bunch on top of itself. It's just really plumping if you want some juicy, nice skin. Juicy skin sounds very weird and terrible, but yeah, that seems like an accurate adjective for it. So next is the Jordan Samuel Hydrate Serum. I know I talk about this guy quite often. As you can tell, I'm a Jordan Samuel skincare fan, but this is another hyaluronic acid plumping, very hydrating serum. It's aloe based, so it's very calming. This I'd say has a slightly thicker texture than this. This is a little bit more runny, like you can just kind of like hear the difference in the viscosity and the thickness just by shaking it. But this is another guy that I could like bathe my whole skin in to hydrate, plump it up as well. Wonderful if you like want to like really like make your skin glow before makeup. And then the other one I wanted to bring up is the Champagne Serum from Leahlani. This is actually, I think, the most reasonably priced serum from Leahlani. I think this one's around $28, but it's just a really nice hydrating serum. So this guy is an oil blend. It has things in it like grapeseed, sunflower, rose hip, jojoba. It's got like calendula and chamomile in it as well. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I have the older formula. I know it's been updated to include blue tansy as well, so I can't speak to how that has changed, but I'll double check to see if which version I have, because it does have a lot number on it, so I could see which formula I have, because I ordered this within the last few months. I find that it absorbs really well. It smells really nice, but it doesn't linger like I'd say the evening time oil blend of theirs does. And yeah, just feels really good. Great under makeup or mixing in at nighttime. And then these two guys, which are what I like to finish off the routine with or kind of use as the base for what I mix in, like a oil blend or a hydrating serum or something like that. So first up, Jordan Samuel Performance Cream. This is like the third Jordan Samuel item in this video and probably won't be the last, but this is a green tea based moisturizer. It has squalane in it and I think jojoba and a bunch of different peptides and whatnot, and it has a really nice sort of, if I can get any out, it's like almost gone. It has a really great, just sort of simple, not too thick, not too thin lotion texture that can easily layer well on top of itself if you wanted to just like put a bunch on, or works really well as like a nice thin layer, just sort of depending on your needs. And it also is a fantastic hand cream, and I would assume a very great body cream, but way too expensive to be a body cream. But if he came out with a body version of that, I would totally buy it. And then lastly is the Leahlani Bless Beauty Balm. I know I'm like including my like two favorite-ish brands that I kind of talk about a lot, so sorry if this is a tad bit redundant, but really big fan of the Bless Beauty Balm. I find it to be really nurturing and wonderfully sensorial to use this time of year. It's a mix of things like argan, it's got camellia in there, maracuja, as well as moringa oil with a bunch of other things as well. And as you can see, it's like a true balm texture. It's rather waxy looking, but as you like work it into the skin, as it warms up, it ends up really turning into like an oil and like melting into the skin. I know it's like a multi-purpose sort of balm. Some people use it as like a mask and some people use it to like take off makeup. I really just like to use it as like a moisturizer on top of stuff, or like as like I'll like kind of like mix it in with some other things to make like a nice little cocktail for my face. And then to top out the hydrating, moisturizing section of this video in terms of skincare, I wanted to talk about the Perricone MD Cocoa Moisture Mask. If I'm feeling very like indulgent, self-care sort of moment and wanting to do a treatment, I've been reaching for this guy. It's very seasonally appropriate because it smells like chocolate. It has these kind of like chocolate granules that you work into the skin, and as you work it in, it goes from being this like light brown into like a deep sort of dark chocolate, and that's what it smells like, and it feels very nice. Nice little luxurious 10 minutes to yourself. I know, I think it's Josh Rosebrook has a cocoa mask as well, so it'll be probably something I'll pick up once this is done, or if I finish up another mask, so I can like compare them in terms of, you know, ingredients and experiences as well. But that rounds out the sort of moisturizing guys in that sort of category for skincare. One last area in skincare I wanted to talk about, and that is sort of like retinol. Since the days have been shorter, I've been taking advantage of that, and I have been really upping my retinol game lately. Like, instead of every few days, I have been putting on a retinol like every other night, if not every night, and my skin has been enjoying the results. So I have been sort of rounding out using the Goldfaden MD Wake Up Call. This is like a cream style texture retinol that I'm not too certain of the percentage of it. I don't think it's too high, but it has a few other things in it, like Gokujyn, and it has some herbs and extracts in it, as well as DMAE. But I've liked this. I haven't seen like too drastic of a difference from using it, but I have seen some. And then I have been sort of like rotating in the Ordinary's Retinol 0.2% and Squalane, and I've really been liking this. I like the Squalane style texture for applying it to my face at night, and you know, it kind of helps hydrate while also, you know, what retinol does. But I've seen quite a bit of nice difference in this. I've been seeing some textural changes, as well as just some relatively consistently clear skin lately that I think I can contribute to using this guy. So talking about some hair related things, I wanted to throw in the Redken Pillow Proof Blow Dry. This helps with making your hair dry faster when you blow dry it, since it's been cold in the mornings and like I don't want to go out into the world with wet hair, and I have quite a lot of hair that it can take just way too long to dry my hair, and this helps speed up the process. I do also find that like it kind of almost creates like a more perfected blowout look, and it helps me make my hair, if I want to do a more like straight style, it really helps in that regard even more. Even though I did use it today, and then I proceeded to curl my hair extra because I wanted that going on. But yeah, and it's like helps with heat protection and whatnot. My one downside of this thing is like it has one of those great dispensers that you like push down on, but the top cap is so much heavier than the bottom base that as you use the product, it becomes really top heavy and can topple over really easily. And just even when I got to like, right now it's like probably down to here, but when I even got to just like right here, it made it so top heavy that it fell over so many times. And from doing that, it popped off and I've lost so much of this product from the faulty packaging, which is really annoying, but smells pretty nice. Smells like a typical nice hair salon item, and it works really well. So if you need some time-saving styling products, that guy helps in that regards. And then also a couple other sort of hair things I wanted to talk about. I've been doing more masks because my hair has been really somewhat brittle from the coldness, and I repurchased the Verb Hydrating Mask. I just do this in the shower. I'll put it in my hair, pin it up, let it sit, go about shaving my legs and whatnot, and then rinse it out. And it's basically, in that regard, ends up being like just like a nice heavy-duty conditioner. Like in shower hair masks, I'm like, aren't you basically a conditioner at that point? But I've been using that. And then a little bit like homemade duo, I love me some coconut oil, and then I'll mix in some of the She Studios Hair Tonic. This is a horsetail based oil that has things like sunflower and jojoba, and I'll actually take some of this and put it in the palm of my hand and just put it in my my hair whenever, to just sort of like help as an oil and sort of like unify. But I'll also use like an excessive amount at night and put it on my ends, for my split ends, and that'll be really helpful and like keep it nice. But I will take a big chunk of coconut oil and several bits of this guy and do a hair mask that way. And then also, did I bring it out here? Oh, I did. This guy, the Verb Ghost Oil. As you can see, I've been enjoying my Verb products, but this, during this time of year, and when I use this or any sort of stuff with it dry, it ends up making my hair super staticky. And this is a nice oil that I found to be relatively weightless, like it says that it does, but adds some shine and just sort of like keeps my hair from just like frizzing up and just like staticking up. That is not a look that I like. And then in the sort of regards, I wanted to talk a little bit about body stuff. Now I will just use plain old coconut oil on my arms and legs when they are super, super dry. But this guy, now, it does not have the most glamorous of ingredients, but I picked this up when I was in Washington because this was like a farmer staple from where I grew up, like farm girl. This was like the thing that a lot of people use, like sold at the Walmart and like the local like flour mill and stuff like that. And it was originally developed for cows, for milking cows, and they would get chapped udders, but it also works on people. So if you have like extremely dry, cracked skin, I've used all of it up. This helped. And when I was in Washington for the holidays, I got real dry and real cracked, and this helped with that. So yeah, just thought I would throw that in there. Just gonna round out this video with a couple of health, wellness related lifestyle guys that I've been using a lot. First one is Elderberry. Everyone around me is sick. I've been sick and I've been popping these guys, and it's been really helpful in addition to like regular, you know, cold medicine. But taking these herbs as well has been really helpful for my immune system and just helping fight it off as well. So wanted to put these guys in there if you were looking to add some sort of like herbal immune defense in your sort of medicine cabinet. I'm a fan of that one, so it's worth looking into. As I like get some hair off my face. And then the last I wanted to talk about are actually a couple of teas randomly. I'm a coffee person through and through. I start my day with a cup of coffee, and then I'll usually have a second cup. If I don't go out, usually I have like a big jug of homemade cold brew in the fridge, but it's been a little bit too chilly for a cold coffee midday, so I have been reaching for tea, and these are the two that I've been reaching for the most. This one is green tea with roasted rice. This is an old favorite for me. I love the sort of like toasty notes from the toasted brown rice in there, and it's very comforting. Green tea, it's got a nice little amount of caffeine in there, not as like much as a coffee would have, and I think it's the theanine function in green tea helps you concentrate more, as well as kind of set you at ease. So I think that's why green tea doesn't give you quite a big buzz, but also kind of lets you focus, is like sort of the research that I had read about the aid of green tea. But yeah, really nice, yummy. And then also this one, this is the Republic of Tea, which is way more expensive than this. This type of green tea is really reasonable. This is a black tea with notes of blackberry and sage, so it smells really nice. It's a really good black tea to have like on the side with like some treats or something like that. It's kind of a treat all in its own because it's a little bit on the sweet side, but it's really nice. And I like drinking both of those black. If my throat hurts, I'll throw some honey in the green one, but other than that, yeah. So that is all of the guys that I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video, and some of it was useful in some regard. If you liked it, throw it a like and subscribe to come back for more. And yeah, guys, what have been some helpful staples for you right now? I know most people don't have such a cushy winter like I get here in LA. So what are some key things that have been helping you out during this season? All right, guys, I hope you're doing super well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.